G'day and welcome to Bikes and Bits Oz. So this video is going to be a bit of a, well, when I say two-part, there's two parts being installed on the bike. Firstly, what's in this box is what we're going to install first. So have a bit of a dig. This probably looks pretty familiar. This is part of the frame slider kit for the Ninja 1000 SX and actually the Ninja 1100 SX as well. So you've probably seen these. So the frame slider goes on the bike and, you know, attaches, blah, blah, blah. There's lots of videos about this being attached. So I'm really not going to go into detail about this. It's not really about this. This is just making an idea come for me. Happened to see something on YouTube recently of another bike. And I thought, wow, that's a good idea. I seem to be coming across these good ideas, and I thought I can adapt that for what I've been looking for. So, what have I been looking for? I've been looking to fit some additional lighting to my bike, and nothing's quite worked out what I wanted. And I've actually had these Stedi lights. Now, for some of you that may have been on my channel before, I had a project bike, Yamaha FZ6N, where I did a bit of a Frankenstein type light install. You may, if you remember it. If not, check it out. Go and check out the video. The way I did it, I installed them, but with the potential to reverse everything I did, so I didn't destroy the bike doing it, but I fabricated up the brackets and all that sort of stuff. Since then, I've actually sold that bike. I took the lights off, returned it to stock, so I've still got these lights hanging around. But I've seen some great videos, as I said, of additional lighting that'll fit, and I'm going to give this a go. So effectively what's going to happen is the frame slider is going to go on, and then I'm going to make a bracket that goes from here straight up, and to do that I'm actually going to use some 3mm flat steel bar, which I'm going to have to modify. I don't know if I'm going to have to bend it yet. The other video I saw some they did have to bend slightly, but I'm just going to see how that goes. Obviously clean it up, spray it, all the rest of it. Back, so that bar will come up here, so that'll be kind of like that, and then the light will attach kind of like that sort of thing. As I said, I've seen some other videos of Ninja 1000 SXs with it. Looks pretty good, slightly different light, but want to give it a go. Now, not only this, I'll need to obviously wire this up properly so it's all nice and legal, which means having it run into the high beam, and also an additional switch, which I've got an idea for. I'm going to run it with a separate relay, which is just this little one, 12-volt relay, just to make it a bit easier in terms of wiring and stuff like that, and then it's drawing power. Not that these draw much. These are, I think, a bit over 2 amps each, so 5 amps. Call it 5 amps max. It's not even that. It's probably about 4.5. But I'll still do that. So let's go up to the bike, and I'm going to get started doing the frame slider install. As I said, I'm not going to go into detail like that. There's plenty of those around. This is more just the stopgap. Let's go have a look at it. Okay, so now I'm at the bike. So we're going to do the frame sliders, and they actually attach here and here. You'll see how those are done, and it's pretty much the same on the other side. And so I'm going to start with attaching the brackets. Now, to do that, I've got to take the fairings off. So the side fairings, I'm going to take the fuel tank off because there's wiring and things like that I've got to do. As mentioned, you may have already seen my horn video where I was taking the fairings off for that. So I'm actually doing that in combination, so doing the two at once. Anyway, let's get started with taking the fairings off. As I said, I'm not going to go through the whole process of adding the frame sliders because there's other videos that's more about the light side, but you'll see it anyway. I've got the frame sliders on now. Now I need to fabricate some brackets for these lights. I'm going to use 3mm steel to do that. So I'll get going with that. The idea is it's obviously going to stick up here, and then I'll make it so it can't rotate, and they'll have to test the lights in terms of if I need to bend the steel at all to make it stick out a bit more, offset it type thing. Okay, here's one of the brackets I fabricated. Just 3mm steel, cut it off. Still got to do a bit more to it, but I also see the slider on. It's just loosely on. I've put the fairing on just to make sure in terms of measurement and the like. So that's down there. So I'm going to clean this up. I'll centre that hole, of course. And chop off some of this too so it fits with the light. Alright, let's clean that up. Alright, now I've drilled the hole out in the centre. Also made a mark where I'm going to cut the excess off. So I'm going to cut that off, clean them up, and then spray them. The satin black. Now that I've got those brackets, they're paint's drying currently on it, rather than watching paint dry, turn our attention back to the wiring. If you saw my other video about the horn installation, if you haven't, check that out. You'll remember there was a second wire I was putting in. Now this is in relation to the lights. So this will be going to another relay. This is not currently, but will be added to the high beam circuit, which if we come over here, right, here's this wire here, which I'll modify, but this junction here is actually the lights. So if I take this apart, maybe 2 hands. Let's come back to that in a sec. Okay, try again. Alright, so this is the light system, and this little one here in the middle on the bottom, double check that one, is the high beam. So when the high beam turns on, this gets energized with 12 volts. So I'm going to tap into that, but on this one here. So that will be there, so it'll be that yellow one there. I'm just going to tap into, run this lead. Now I do also need to put a switch, so I'll be putting a switch in. I'll just figure out where I'm going to put that. Okay, so this is the switch I've put in. It's a little one, sort of rubber waterproof cover. Now the switch isn't to turn the lights on as such, it's to activate or deactivate the trigger wire going to the relay. So local regulations, local laws require an additional switch when you're putting spotlights on. So the lights will still come on when the high beam's on, but you can actually turn the spotlights off with the high beam still on. So all nice and legal. Now I've just got to wire the switch up and also wire into that bracket, into that headlight junction. Alright, switch is wired in. If you're wondering what that third one is, I've just put a bit of heat shrink and a bit of wire over it just to seal it, because it was a bare terminal which I'm not using, so just to protect it that way. Right, now I'm starting to wire the relay in, and the wiring for the lights, to go to the lights. Okay, so I finished that wiring. This is basically all back together now. Bit of a jungle in there. I may actually, it sort of bothers me, but I'll fix it at a later time. There's that junction box, the relays are in there. Yeah, I don't want to keep going at this point of time, but just rather get it done. Maybe another video I'll have an update on how that looks when I've tidied it all up. But all the wiring's in to the lights. see the sort of wiring back there, and show you what the lights look like in a second. So here's the light actually fitted to the bike, just a side-on profile to give you a bit of an idea. And this is some recent shots that I've taken on a trip. As you can see, it is very bright when it comes on. It probably doesn't do it quite justice given that that was early morning, but at night the lights are absolutely phenomenal. Well, I hope you like this content, and feel free to like, subscribe. Really am trying to build this channel up with some more videos. Appreciate the support. Have a good one. Cheers.